Hello again, it's Bob Clark from bobandrosemary.com. We've branded ourselves as part-time marketing experts, people who work a full-time job and help others figure out how to grow their business part-time as well. One of the questions we get all the time is, what do you guys do during the day? What is your full-time job? So I thought I'd create a video to give you a sneak peek into our lives, our day job, if you will, and let you know what else we do besides being marketers. We have really cool daytime jobs, I have to say. Um, we work as infertility specialists in a hospital in New York City. Perhaps you've heard the term in vitro fertilization. You may also have heard the term test tube babies, which was coined by the media back in the late 1970s. That's completely inaccurate. It doesn't work like that. But basically, what we do is we don't create life, but we are actually able to observe the beginning of life in our job, which is just a really, really cool thing to be able to do. Uh, we are the people who take the eggs from the doctor after they've gotten them from the female patient. We add the sperm to the eggs, or in this case, if the sperm is very few in number, we'll actually inject them into the eggs, and then we'll grow hopefully nice, healthy embryos to be able to replace back in the woman at the time of transfer. Of course, the goal for the entire thing is a healthy baby, and this is really the reason we do what we do. I mean, just to be able to give the gift of birth to a couple who that's all they want in their life, to see the look on their face when they bring back their baby to show us. It's just so completely satisfying. It's just an awesome, awesome job. These are our two youngest kids. They're not IVF babies, but I threw it in here because they're just incredibly cute. So then the next question we get is why? Why, if you guys have really cool jobs, why did you want to start a network marketing business? Why would you do that? And it's a fair question. I mean, basically what it came down to us was our job is cool, yes, but it's also highly stressful. As you can imagine, you cannot make mistakes, not an option. It's also, you must have very steady hands, and as I get older, I'm finding my hands are not as steady as they used to be, so I can just see the handwriting on the wall. I can see what's going to happen as I get a little bit older. We're using our business as an exit strategy. When we're ready, we're going to step away, and our goal is to have just a residual income-based business that will step right in and replace the income we're making now in our professional business. That's why we started in the beginning. I'm going to tell you, I want to tell you, our struggles in MLM, or network marketing, were historic. And I don't say that lightly. I mean, when we first started, we were guilty of the old tipping our toe in the water syndrome that you hear so much about. And we just didn't want to get in full-fledged. We weren't sure, so we just dipped our toe in the water to see if this whole thing worked or not. At one point, I'm kind of ashamed to say we were in 4 MLMs simultaneously at this, looking for the answer or the company that was going to be the difference for our success. We basically sucked at network marketing, and we blamed everybody else. I mean, we blamed the company, we blamed the product, we blamed our sponsors, we blamed the compensation plan, which was ridiculous because we weren't making any money anyway, so I'm not sure how we did that, but we did. We blamed everybody else. So, what turned it around? What brought us from that to where we are today? Guys, it was the decision. It was the decision that we're going to make this work. It was the decision that we're responsible for everything in our life, including our business, nobody else. It's a decision that we would not settle for mediocrity anymore in our business and in our life. And it was a decision that we would not stop until we were successful. It was just not an option. This is the kind of decision you have to make if you're struggling right now. You have to sit down with yourself, decide, is this what you want to do? And if it is, you have to make the decision. I make it like capital T, capital D, because it is the decision. It's a decision where you don't turn back, where you're not going to let things get in your way, where you're going to make it work no matter what you do. You just will not let anything stop you. Along the way, you're going to need to solidify your why early on. I just did a video about this, a video training on this. You might want to catch it on my YouTube channel or my blog, where I talked about my why. It's very emotional. And your why has to be just as solid, just as big, because I'm going to tell you, there are obstacles at every turn in this business. There are people telling you can't do it. There are things getting in your way. There are technology things that get in your way. There are people, I mean, this is a people business. People don't do what they say they're going to do. It can be really frustrating. It can be overwhelming unless your why is so big that it drives you. Mediocrity is not an option. Failing is not an option. And then also along the way, you have to find the people. You have to find the mentors and the coaches who are going to guide you through this, the people who are successful in what you're trying to do. They've already done it, and they're willing to step in and help you, guide you through those obstacles. That'll help you succeed as well. I've been lucky enough to find two people in our business who've helped us, Vanessa Duplessis and Diane Hockman. They're just awesome coaches, awesome mentors, and they've been the difference for us. They've been the ones who've helped guide us through all the pain and even the agony, if you will, of growing a business, because it can be painful when it doesn't work. And they're really responsible for helping us go from mediocre to highly successful. I've done a whole training on how to find your perfect mentor. It's part of my part-time entrepreneur success kit on my blog. So if you just go on over to bobandrosemary.com, at the top you're going to see an opt-in box, and you can see the red box here, how to find the perfect mentor. That's a training I did on this. I want you to be able to grab that so that you can find your perfect mentor. You know, Diane and Vanessa are mine. They're not, it's going to be different for everybody. It depends who you are and your circumstances. So I want you to be able to find your perfect mentor, and this is going to help you along the way. So go on over to my blog and grab the How to Find the Perfect Mentor training. Guys, this is your life. You know, we've been lucky enough that we can observe the creation of life in our day job. And I've seen the rebirth of life, if you will, in people in network marketing, people who thought they couldn't do it, people who thought that they didn't have the education, they didn't have the skills, that there's no way they could jump into this and make it work. I've seen people do it. I've seen how life-changing it can be, and there's no reason this cannot be you. Absolutely no reason. I've seen it all over the place. I've seen people who you would never think would be successful in network marketing are hugely successful. And I've seen a lot of people who I thought would be very successful fail. And it all comes down to the decision. It's a decision that you're going to take responsibility for your actions. You're going to take responsibility for your failures and your successes in your business. You're not going to blame the company. You're not going to blame the product. You're not going to blame your sponsor. You're going to accept full responsibility. It's so important that you make this decision. It all starts with a decision. Make it work, guys. You can make this work for you. If you have any questions, you want to talk about your situation, I'm always available on Facebook, over at my blog. Hit me up. We'll talk about your situation and see if I can't help you out in some way.